All right, so tonight's Zoom call, I'm just going to go over a few things that's going on this month, and then getting into our January mindset of what behaviors we want to take on, what mindset we want to have for this year. So first of all, I hope everyone is attending Super Saturday this weekend, either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. If you're not, go to the back office and look up the Super Saturday, get your teams there. January is the best Super Saturday because it just sets the tone for that excitement for the year. It really embraces new coaches and kind of teaches you everything, kind of what Beachbody is about. So definitely stress Super Saturday attendance to your team. It's so, so, so important. Cafe Latte is going to be released January 11th. And it's going to be in a box with chocolate vanilla. So they can get, it's called the Barista Pack. They can get that package. And you can change your orders. And the good thing about it is not really like a coffee flavor. It's more from the fruit of the coffee bean. Like a fruit and the bean grow on the same thing. So they use the fruit instead of the actual coffee bean. So it's not like a coffee flavored Shakeology. They incorporated the coffee flavor into it, but it's not really coffee based. So that's really good. Darren was on the Surge yesterday explaining it. He did a podcast explaining all about it. So definitely read up and make sure you know exactly what it is. So you can talk about it. You can share your excitement. You can share your recipes. I think it's going to be a really big thing because it's kind of like very subtle flavor of coffee. It's not really like adding the coffee caffeine in it because chocolate already has it. So it's gonna be good and a good change to switch everything up. So make sure you go and research that. It's going January 11th. You can change your orders to that. Success Club trip next year, Dominican Republic. I'm so excited because so many more people will get to go. We're not sitting on a cruise. We're not at capacity at 1,200 people. We're actually doing 2 separate waves of it. I'm going to register for the teal wave. So if you can, when registration becomes open on January 19th, try to go to that one if you want to stay with your team. That's what I'm going to choose, and that's what our upline is choosing. So that's what we're going to do. If not, if the other dates work fine for you, you'll still have the same exact experience. All of the trainers will be there for both weeks, and it's really going to be awesome. You definitely want to register and be ready to register on the 19th. There's a $300 non-refundable deposit, and that is to pay for all of your taxes and all of that kind of stuff. So definitely be prepared to pay for that. I don't know if it's going to sell out like it usually does with the wait list because there's 2 separate waves of it, but just be prepared to register that day. Registration is going to go live at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time and 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So January 19th. So mark that down and stress it to your teams too. There's nothing like, being in an entire resort with everyone who's on the same mission. You get to see everybody that you talk to all year long. It's definitely a bonding experience. You can bring your kids. I think there's 2 separate options for the rooms to bring your kids. So go to puntacana2017.com and go through the FAQs, and they'll tell you each room. And then it'll tell you exactly how many people can register for each room. So you can earn the trip in full with the $1,200 that you can earn through your Success Club points throughout the year. So definitely set that goal of 120 Success Club points throughout the year. The good thing about in January that they always do is January is double dollars. So you can get up to 25 Success Club points, and you'll get instead of $10 a point, you'll get $20 a point. So instead of $250, you can earn $500. So January is definitely the month to kind of really set the tone for the rest of the year, get those points out of your way. So that's for the Success Club trip next year in Punta Cana. $1,200 you can earn the trip, and then they'll do payments quarterly. So it'll be $300 a quarter if you don't get the Success Club points. So if you get, 25 Success Club points in the first 3 months, they'll charge you $50. But then if you make it up at the end of the year, they'll refund it to you. So the whole thing, your whole yearly goal is at least 120 Success Club points, which is Success Club 10 a month. So set that goal now. January, February, March, April are the easiest months to hit Success Club because everybody is ready. They're, new year, new me. I'm going to do this thing finally. So definitely the first 4 months of the year, definitely hit home and get those Success Club points pretty easily. Challenge packs that are on sale, hammer and chisels, still $160. And they're also donating the $10 to Upward Bound House through January 11th. So that's another thing that you can push. We've got 109 families that we've gotten off the streets in December for a whole year and donated over $500,000. So that's really awesome. That's through January 11th. So you can share that. 21-day fix is on sale, $140. The best deal you can get. And the 3-day refresh is on sale too for $140. So there should be really no reason anybody in our downline should not be hitting Success Club this month. That's 3 people that you have to reach out to. And hopefully you've been planting all of your seeds at the end of the year. So now you have a whole list of people to go through and message them back who couldn't do it in October, November, December. They can do it in January, February, March now. So definitely, work from your list, go through all the people, kind of, get the word out, start building your challenge group. If you already had a challenge group started in the beginning of the month, I would start another challenge group at the end of the month, just so all of the people that were ready to go now are in that challenge group, but then the people you're going to talk to all month long, you want to plug them in and get them in another challenge group. So if you have to run 2 challenge groups this month, definitely do it because you're kind of, you don't want to leave those people hanging until your next challenge group in February. So those are the challenge packs that are on sale. The digital unlocks, which I'm really excited about because it is kind of Beachbody's next evolution of getting a fitness program, getting the nutrition guide, getting everything except getting the DVD. So this is really good too because you're hitting Success Club and all these new people who are coming to get Beachbody On Demand only, those are your leads and you earn 50% income on their their quarterly payment. So it doesn't seem like a lot, but honestly, I've gone through my club memberships and my club memberships have grown significantly since we've had the Beachbody On Demand. And now this new thing, so they're launching the digital unlocks, which will be T25, Body Beast, and Size, so they can get the program for 50% off of what it would cost to get the actual DVD program. So instead of like $60 for Size, it'll be $30. So we'll make, the commission on that, which will be less. But I think that the volume will be so much more that it's going to make up for it. And then what happens is they cancel their club membership. They don't get access to those workouts anymore. So they have to be a paid club member in order to access any of the workouts that they purchase, either through the on-demand or through this new digital unlock. So they're kind of starting it this month, or maybe early next month, with those 3 programs, and then they're going to unlock 3 more programs of it. So that's kind of, the next evolution of getting a lot of leads. So definitely being in Success Club is so important. And also for hitting Success Club in January, we're having Jen Sincero do a podcast that you'll get access to in February. So definitely spread that to your teams. If they've not read that book, You Are a Badass, you definitely want to read it. It's such a great book. It's, it's a woman talking and it just kind of gets it. It's not really like network marketing driven. It kind of just gets you in the right mindset of getting over all of your past junk and like becoming this new person and moving forward. So definitely recommend that book. And that's the new podcast that we're going to get for hitting Success Club in January. The other thing I want to talk about is the 365 Healthiest Year. For everyone who's gotten Shakeology for 12 months in a row, they're going to send you a shaker cup, kind of like a little certificate that you're a 365er, and a golden scoop. So I think it's really cute. I think it'll be a cute thing to be able to share and post about, and people kind of want to do it. So if anybody who's gotten Shakeology 12 months out of the year, it doesn't even have to be Shakeology Home Direct, but they have to have 12 months of consistent Shakeology. So they're going to start that in February. The February will be the first ones that'll go out if your 12 months is in January.
Actually, both customers and coaches?
Customers and coaches, anyone.
I thought so. Okay.
Yeah, and I think it would be fun to kind of share. And we drink it all the time, so it's not a big deal. But I think if you start kind of sharing that thing, it'll get them interested. And there's the consistency of it, the long-term effects that they'll really see the Shakeology.
Yeah, I love the logo, like the healthiest year of my life or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So a customer or coach does not have to register it or click it. It's just going to show up.
They said they're going to go through the list and they're going to kind of pull out the data, and then everyone will get. So it's not like the Beachbody Challenge where you have to sign up for it. You automatically, I guess they're going to generate a list every month of who's been on it for 12 months, and they'll just send everything out.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. So that's kind of all I had to go over for kind of the Beachbody stuff. Do you guys have any questions about anything I talked about? Punta Cana, the challenge packs, the unlocks, Success Club.
Can you, I hate to do this, I'm sorry, the unlock, can you just really quick go over that one more time for me?
Yeah, so it's going to be buying the programs for 50% off, but you just access them through Beachbody On Demand. So instead of ordering size and getting the on demand, they'll be able to unlock size and buy it for 50% off without getting the DVDs. But they have to be a paid club member in order to access it. So if they buy it for the 30-day, the 3 months, and at the end of the 3 months, like, I don't really want to be a club member, I'm not really using that, you cancel it, they won't have access to that anymore. But once they've purchased it and they, the next month decide, hey, I want that thing back for my phone, and I want to do Body Beast or whatever, then they'll always have it. But they have to be a paid club member in order to access it.
Okay, so this is really just generally limiting the actual physical DVDs that are going at us, I assume, because like us,
right.
I don't even open them anymore.
I know, I don't either. I know. We just use them on our phone or the computer, yeah.
Yeah, Steve has that Firefox thing. Like we don't even open the discs anymore.
Right,
so,
exactly. And that's kind of the next evolution of kind of what's going on, especially that it's through Apple TV also, and the Roku and all of those things. The only thing is they'll have to purchase it. Like you can't go on Apple.com, AppleTV.com or the Roku and purchase it. You'll have to go on the website and purchase it, but then you'll be able to access it through the things on TV. So it's still like a web-based sale. You have to log on to beachbody.com and go into On Demand and purchase it, and then you can use it on the app. So that's really something that's going to generate a lot of people because, like you said, nobody really is getting the DVDs anymore. It's kind of, and if they can get it for 50% off, they're like, well, why not? I'm going to just use my computer anyway, or use my phone, or use my iPad or my Apple TV or whatever. They're going to do that anyway. So definitely another reason to really push Success Club for your team so they can get access to all these people who are going to come in and do this.
And that'll be for us also as coaches?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do we have a date on this? I'm sorry, I half listened last
Yeah, no, they didn't say a date. They just said soon. Okay. They didn't say an actual date. So, so that's kind of the next thing that Beachbody is doing. And then plus they have what is it called? Hardcore 22 or something? The Tony Horton one. That's coming out in March. Then they'll have another one in June. They'll have another one in the end of the year. So we have a kind of a busy year to go, and then all of that stuff will be great to be able to access online. Okay, so now I kind of want to get into the meat of our call, really, is what I want to talk about. And just, it's really, your condition is subject to change. Your mindset has to be, on point. We have to be focused. We have to be ready. We have to know exactly where we are. It doesn't really matter what happened last year. I know I had a rough year, and it doesn't really matter if you hit your goals or you miss them, or you just kind of gotta say to yourself, like, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to move forward no matter what. This is my third year in being coach, or 2012, 13, 14, 15, fourth year, 2012, I think I started, or 2013. I'm not sure. 3 or 4 years. But, it's kind of like the ups and downs of owning a business, of any kind of business. There's, it's not always going to be easy. It's not always going to be up. It's going to be down. You're not going to hit goals. You're going to miss things. You're going to lose weight. Then you're going to gain it back. It's just kind of like saying to yourself, like, okay, this is where I'm at, and I'm going to go from here. So your body's going to do what your mind says. So everything is so dependent on what you think and how you speak, especially how you speak to yourself. It's in your mindset. Everything is in your mind. Focus on what is in front of you. So I am bad at focusing on what's in front of me because I want to do 15 million things at once, but then nothing gets done 100%. So my goal for this year is to really focus on one thing at a time and like completing it start to finish, even if it's just, you know, doing the laundry or doing the dishes or whatever it is, you know, scheduling my beach body time, my calls with my team or whatever it is. I need to be 100% focused on where I am. So that's my big goal for this year. Also think about small goals. So we kind of talked about goals a little bit, and I know everybody, you know, January, you make your vision board, you get so excited on what you're going to do for the year, and, you know, you pay off your debt and your student loans and buy a new car and have babies and all this big stuff, which is great. You have to know where you want to go. But having those big goals can be very overwhelming. So I want you to think small. I want you to think, you know, 5 pounds at a time, one coach at a time, one challenger at a time, 1 week at a time. Focusing on all those small goals are going to what is going to take you to those big goals. So don't, you know, have big goals and know where you want to go, but don't focus on them. Kind of set them, you know, make sure they're attainable and realistic and, you know, you have a time on them, but focus on the small goals. The consistent small goals make the big goals possible. The compound effect. If you never read that, get it, listen to it, Audible, whatever you have to do. It's all of the small things that you do every day or you don't do that's going to make the biggest difference. And keep it simple. So there's a lot of stuff to do with coaching. There's a lot of stuff that your coaches do. It can get overwhelming. You're like, you know, I don't have this great system and I can't run a challenge group. That it doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't matter, but it doesn't really matter. You have to focus on the small stuff. So literally the 3 vital behaviors and recognition. Be proof the products works, work on your personal development, make sure you're listening or reading personal development. You have to have that constant, you know, reminder in the back of your head of that positivity. You know, stuff can happen with life and you get sucked in and, you know, kids and husbands and jobs and work and schedules and we're busy. So you have to have that constant positive reminder to get the podcast from all the national wake up calls and put them on while you're, you know, while you're doing the dishes or while you're in the car, get Audible, whatever you have to do. I'm a terrible reader, so I have to listen to it or else I don't read it. Because if I open a book, I'm going to be asleep in 30 seconds. So personal development and just invite. And inviting doesn't have to be you cold messaging people, like, you know, reaching out to strangers and just share your journey and just leave it open. Say, I'm inviting you to do this with me. This is what I'm doing. I need the accountability. I need the help for myself. This is what my challengers are doing. This, and just leave that open invitation. Somebody is looking for what you have to offer. There's 20 million people in the United States of America that are overweight and obese. So there's plenty of people to help. We're not running out of people. We're not 4 million coaches. We're 400,000 coaches. It's small. There's a lot of people to help, but you have to just be that light. You have to be that person that somebody's going to say, I want to join her challenge group. I like her. I want to be a part of what she's doing. I'm in this crappy place and I need to get out of it. That's what your job is as a coach. It's not about having all these perfect systems or being the top coach or being, you know, 5-star elite. All that stuff doesn't matter. You just want to know that when they get in a group with you or when they sign up to your team or whatever it is, that you're going to be there for them. And that's really all people want, is to be a part of something bigger than themselves. So just share your story, leave that open invitation, invite people out, and don't get discouraged by the no's. You're going to get no's. You're going to get people that tell you no, that they can't do it, that they can't afford it, that you talk to them for 6 months or they sign up with somebody else. It's going to happen, but you can't let that deter you of where you're going. You have to just say, okay, I'm going to get some no's along the way. I'm going to get people who quit. I'm going to get people who join up and are really excited and then fall off. It's just going to happen. But know in your heart where you're going. And don't stop, just keep going. And then recognition. So the 3 vital behaviors and recognition is what I really want you to focus on. And recognition of your team, your coaches, your challengers, whoever you can recognize and just, be that light for somebody else. Just make somebody else feel better, because that's what makes your whole community grow, and people want to be a part of it. They see that. And everybody loves a little recognition. Nobody is going to the gym and working out crazy, and nobody's going to recognize them for all their hard work. But when they get a coach and they get a challenge group and you have this whole team of community and support, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to recognize you for losing 5 pounds, or, for working out 3 days in a row, 7 days in a row, whatever their goals are. Just really focus on, kind of pouring yourself out into all those people, because that's really what brought all of us in. Like, we all want to be a part of this and have somebody in our corner and cheering us on and being there for us. So just keep those simple things in mind on what you want to work on this year. So you have a clean slate, let go of the past. If it doesn't have anything to do with your destiny, it's not going to stay. So like I said, people fall off, challengers quit, coaches quit. Stuff is going to happen, but you have to say, that's okay. That wasn't part of where I'm going. And not everybody's going to come with you. Not everybody is going to, the first few people you sign up are not going to be the people that are in with you a year, 2, 3 years down the line. That's just kind of how it is. You're not the same person you were then. They might not be the same person before that. Life happens. You just have to know that that's okay that this person left, or that's okay that this person quit. I'm still going to be there. I'm still going to be the one pushing along and trucking along. I mean, you signed up for this for a reason, right? You wanted to get financial freedom. You wanted to get healthy. You wanted to be a part of this. There's a reason that made you, sign up and purchase $150 worth of product. There's something that made you do that. So just know that that's where you're going. And if the people don't last with you, it's okay. You have to keep going. That's why I like Success Club, because it's 3 new people a month you have to get. You can't keep reaching out to the same old people. You have to keep expanding your network and, trying different things and trying blogs and trying Pinterest, and just keep trying all these things until until it kind of all comes together. And then even when it does come together, when you think, okay, I got this, I reach out to all these people and I hit Success Club easily, it's not always going to be like that. There's always going to be the point where you have to, you've hit your wall of capacity and you're like, okay, I have to do something different. I have to start over again. So just keep moving forward. When something isn't moving forward, you are stuck. You've accepted your current condition. So if you feel like, oh my God, I've been in this so long, or oh my God, I can't lose this weight, or oh my God, I'm just this rank, or whatever it is, if you've been in that, you're stuck. And that just means that you've accepted where you are. And that's okay. But you have to realize, like, I can't stay stuck forever. Like, you can't be on the steps and not go up and not go down. You can't stay on that same step forever. You have to look at what your obstacle is and just say, I'm better than this, or I deserve more than this, or I can work harder than this. It's all in your mindset. If you think you can or you can't, that's what you're going to do. So you have to just, it's so much easier to face your fear than to just accept that defeat. So you don't want to stay on that step and be stuck. You want to keep moving forward. So just, if you're stuck and you're stuck at a rank, or you're stuck at a goal, or you're stuck at, a weight, or whatever it is, whatever your problem is, just say, like, I'm going to move forward to this. I don't care if it takes me 10 years to do it. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to keep going forward each and every time. Positive affirmations. This was so huge for me because I'm visual. Like, I learn by watching a video or seeing things constantly. You have to have positive affirmations. You have to be able to speak to yourself in a positive way. You can't speak negative to yourself. You can't say, well, I'm never going to be this goal, or I'm never going to be a diamond coach, or I'm never going to, lose this weight, or whatever it is, because that's what your body's going to do what your mind tells it to do. So write Post-it notes, put pictures up, do a vision board, the background on your phone, set daily reminders of, I am this elite coach, or I am this 15-star diamond coach, or I have, paid all my bills by the 15th of the month. Whatever your goal is, you have to talk about it like you've already done it. You have to act like you've already become this person, because that's the only way it's going to happen. You have to, like attracts like. So if you're always talking to yourself negatively, or, I don't like how my hair is, or I don't like this, then nobody's going to be attracted to that. Nobody's going to want to be a part of what you're doing, because you're just negative about everything. So just positive affirmations, get a book and listen to it. And definitely the pictures or the Post-it notes of, I am a 5-star diamond by July 15th, or whatever it is. You have to be able to constantly see it, because once you see that, then you start believing in it. And it's kind of like fake it till you make it. You got to see it. You got to see it over and over. You got to hear it. all of that stuff. So you have to practice all of those things. And it's the same thing. It's like, it's easy to do and it's easy not to do. So if you're not going to do it, then you're not going to hit it. But if you start doing it and if you just make that simple change of, even in the car, you're saying like, okay, in the month of January, I'm not going to listen to any radio. I'm not going to listen to any talk shows. I'm not going to listen to any music. I'm just going to listen to whatever, a book. I'm going to listen to Joel Osteen. I'm going to listen, whatever it is that you choose, that one thing that you make a difference in is going to affect everything else that you do. But if you only do it for 3 days and you're like, oh, I just feel like listening to some music today, then it's not going to happen. You have to do it whether you feel like it or you don't feel like it. Like you have to work out whether you feel like doing it or you don't feel like doing it. You have to have that accountability to yourself because you want to change. You want to be something different. You want to change your family's financial situation, whatever it is. But you have to make the decision that I'm going to do this no matter what. Everything that you speak has an outcome. So just like I said, if you speak negatively, you're going to get negative feedback. If you talk negatively or feel negatively about yourself, or that's what it's going to, everything that you talk about, it has to go somewhere, right? So you can't just be like talking in thin air and think those things are never going to happen. You're the one who spoke it. So if you're going to speak about something, speak life into it. If somebody's having a hard time, and you're talking to them, don't tell them, oh, well, that's kind of how it is. No, that's not how it is. You're better than that, or you can overcome that, or you can do this, or together, we can do it better. Speak life into every situation that you can, because all of that stuff is going to come back to you. If you just keep speaking negatively and, your kids are crazy and bad and your marriage is crazy, then that's what it's going to be. So your words have so much power that you probably don't even realize. So start with those little things, those positive affirmations, speaking positively to yourself, speaking positively into your kids, into your family, into everything around you. So then that's all that comes back to you. You reap what you sow. If you're going to, if you're not going to reach out to challengers, if you're not going to reach out to people and tell them this can be you, then they're not going to come back and say that can be me. Like, you have to be the person to believe in them. You have to be the person to change your situation. Nobody is going to do it for you. And especially in this business, like, you have a coach, you have a team, but nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to make sure you're in every day. You're doing all of your stuff every day. We keep each other accountable as much as we can, but we have lives too. Like, stuff happens and you can't always be there. And you can't give 100% of yourself to everyone else. So you have to know that you are the only one who's going to change your situation. So speak positive, have a positive mindset, and then that's going to, those are going to be the people that attract to you too. Like, I listened to a National Wake Up Call from last year, from October, with Tara Carr today. And she said, she had to make the change in speaking confidently about herself and her family and her marriage. And then all of a sudden, her team started reflecting the same thing as her, because that's how she was. So her team, she's like, when I look back at my team, they're all speak confidently about themselves, because that's what I did. I knew that I struggled with it, and I had to change the way I talked to myself and I talked to my family. And then everyone else kind of followed suit. So if you want a team of coaches who hit Success Club and who are positive and who want to do this business, that's what you have to be day in and day out. And not saying that, everything is perfect and ups and downs don't happen. It does. We're all human. Stuff happens. But you're the only one that can change kind of what's going on around you. So definitely, be aware kind of how you speak about it. Even if you journal or you write it down or you blog or whatever, just have something that you can go back and think like, oh, wow, I wasn't really, I wasn't really in it. I didn't hit Success Club this month. Well, why? What did I do, all month long? Do you have somebody, a success partner to keep you accountable? You have somebody that can kind of say like, hey, I didn't see your post this week. Hey, you know what I mean? Like, you have to have somebody in your life that's going to keep you in check. So definitely, reach out and cross-sign and find somebody to work with you and somebody who is not just going to just tell you you're fantastic. Like, somebody who's going to sit there and be like, wow, you told me you want to hit Success Club, but you've only reached out to 3 people. That's not enough. You have to have somebody who's going to kind of give you that reality check in your life or in your business or kind of whatever, you want to balance or what your goals are. But you have to be able to have something that you reflect on and then you move forward with. So definitely in this year, get a success partner. If you don't have one, if you've had one that didn't work out, find someone. Reach out, Crosslines, there's a success partner group, post like a wanted ad or whatever in there, and definitely get somebody you can work with and somebody who's going to be real with you. And be real with yourself. You know, I've worked with coaches and Crossline coaches and coaches in our team, and you know, they sometimes it's like, well, you say you want these goals, but you're not doing any of the action steps to get there. You're not reading your personal development. You're not reaching out to 3 to 5 new people a day. You're not doing all this stuff. So when you look back and you're like, well, I'm only an Emerald coach, but this is why. You have to have that person that can kind of reflect on what is going on in your life. And take on the mindset of what you want to become. So you want to be debt-free, you have to act like you're debt-free. You want to be a millionaire or 15-star diamond, whatever your goal is, you want to be, you know, healthier, you want to lose weight, whatever it is, you have to take on that mindset of the person who's doing that. And the best advice I ever got was, it was probably my first year of coaching, and I went down to Florida and I met Billy and Lindsay. And at the time, I think she wasn't even 15-star diamond yet. And he said, you can't run $1 million business from your couch. And I was like, oh my God, because I sit on my laptop, I sit in front of the TV, and I just work Beachbody. And he's like, you can't run $1 million business like that. You have to have a workspace. You have to sit at a desk. You have to, you know, have some kind of workspace in your life that when you sit down, you're ready to work. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that that would make so much of a difference. He's like, but if it's $1 million business, they're not sitting on their couch doing it. So why, if that's what you want, why are you going to do that? That's not what they're doing. So really look at your goals and see exactly what you want to do, and then take on that mindset of the person who's doing that. You know, even if you have to follow somebody or, you know, reach out and ask questions or do you know, the seminars or kind of whatever it is. Chalene Johnson has the podcast she has is great. Everything is free. You know, she has that 30-day push to kind of get your goals in line. Whatever you have to do, find something to keep you accountable to do it. But you have to think like that person. Like if you want to lose those last 15 pounds, you have to act like the person who loses 15 pounds later. You can't eat chocolate cake and pizza every day if that's what your goal is. You have to take on that mindset of, I'm going to follow my meal plan. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to quit. I'm going to drink my water every day. You have to have that mindset, so then that is what's going to follow. The last thing I just have is speak life into your situation, and just always, you know, stay positive and, you know, look for positive affirmations. Make sure you're sharing positive stuff on your social media. Make sure you're reaching out, really just speaking life into other people. I think that the more that you give, the more you receive. So even if it's, you know, buying coffee for somebody or holding the door for somebody, it doesn't matter kind of what it is. All of those things that you're doing are all going to come back to you. So just really in 2016, I mean, it's a brand new year. It's time to wipe our slate clean and move forward and kind of just go after everything that we, you know, might have done or might not have done or thought we should have been somewhere where we're not, or, you know, kind of whatever it is that you struggle with or you want to work through, whatever, just, you know, just say to yourself, like, okay, I'm going to be debt-free this year, but I'm going to start putting away $20 a week into my thing or pay off this bill first, kind of whatever it is. But just know that it only can come if you're speaking positive about everything in your life. So that's all I had to talk about. Do you guys have anything you want to add or questions or anything, your goals or what you want to work on this year, or what you've realized being a coach and now you want to change, or your team? Anybody want to share anything? No? We're good? All right, awesome. All right, well, we're going to do our calls on Tuesdays at 9 o'clock, and my goal is to keep them under 45 minutes. So that's kind of, I love the programs being released online. Do you think it will hurt Challenge Pack sales? No, I don't think it'll hurt Challenge Pack sales, because I think that people who are going to do it are going to be people who've already purchased the challenge pack. I don't really think new people are going to be like, oh, let me go try out Size on Demand for 50% off. I think that they're still going to want the accountability of Challenge Group and Shakeology. I think it's going to be great for people who are looking for that, but I don't think it's going to take over Challenge Pack sales. I think Challenge Packs will always stay first because it just, you come after you get everything with it. And it's kind of the best, bang for your buck. Even if you're spending $30 on Size, you still can get Shakeology for $100, instead of $130 with the program. And you get on demand too. So I don't think so. I think it's going to be great, but I think it's going to be for people who have a program. I think it's going to be for people who are in the gyms. I think that's going to be a great person to target. And I think it'll also be really great for you to go back to all of your customers. Anyone who's ever bought anything from you, go through your Coach Online office, do a search, export it to Excel and send an email to all of them on when it's released. Because, you're not going to get Success Club points from all of those old people, but you're giving them another way to re-engage with you or even get in your challenge group or for you to even reach out and help them. They didn't say an exact release date. I think it's going to be the end of the month or the beginning of next month. So I think that that's what the digital unlocks are going to be for. Oh, that little baby. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Oh my God, she's so big already. Oh my God. Awesome. All right, yeah, so that's all I have to go over. We're going to do Tuesday nights until I have the baby. So we have like 6 more weeks of it, and then I'm not sure what will happen then. But yeah, so you can spread to your teams. Tuesday nights are easier for me because Jose's not here Monday night, so it was like too much for me to get the kids to bed and all this stuff and get a call. So I like Tuesday nights until we can get another bombshell call on Monday nights. I know some of you guys have team calls on other nights, so I figured Tuesday nights will be good. Yeah, so if you want to talk or you want to be a speaker or you have suggestions on what you want to go over, just let me know.
Ashley, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So I have, there's about 2 challengers that continue to follow me. They were discount coaches and they went inactive. One, I believe she's still inactive, and the other, I believe she canceled completely.
Okay.
So how can I approach them, being that they're still engaged with my challenge groups? How would you recommend that I approach them as coaches? Because I know that I believe there's kind of like a period where they can't sign back up, right?
No, they can't. As long as they sign up with the same coach, they can re-sign up. That's if you want to switch to a different coach, you have that waiting period. But kind of, I think just kind of having the open conversation on like what happened. Maybe they expected something different than they got, or maybe it was just bad timing. I think kind of just like saying like, hey, you're still in my challenge group. You're still doing all this stuff. You're still motivating me. I don't know what happened with you being a coach. It never really took off, but it's a new year and I'm looking to, revamp my coaches and kind of go. I think just opening that conversation and kind of seeing where they are, because they can give you a million different reasons. So you don't really know until you ask. And then once you know, then you can kind of build off of that. So I think just asking would be the best thing. Just like, hey, what happened? Did you,
Right. Okay.
Because life happens, stuff happens. Maybe it was a money issue, maybe it was a time thing, maybe, I don't know. But I think that would just kind of open the conversation, and then, because January, everybody kind of wants to do it. Maybe they want the discount, maybe they want Shakeology again, kind of just talk about it.
So if they were to sign up, they would just go through the $39.95 through the...
Yeah, or they can buy a challenge pack. They'll sign up like a brand new coaching. Yeah, just make sure that they are on the same leg as wherever they were. Or if you don't remember, just call Coach Relations or email them. Or not email anymore, the contact us form, to find out where they were, because they have to be on the same leg as they were the last time. If it's under the 6 months. If it's after the 6 months, then it doesn't matter.
We just had it happen, and we were not able to send the mobile app with the challenge pack, but they went into their account and clicked on Challenge Pack, and it was easy. So, I mean, Challenge Pack as a coach, like become a coach. So, and I think it's more common than you think, believe it or not. We have lots of discount coaches that come and go and then come back and then come back, and it's not that uncommon.
Yeah.
And some people, you know, just want the discount at first and then want to come back. You know how it is.
Right.
I have a question real quick, Ashley. We have a debate going in our team. If a Emerald coach wants to switch Shakeology and use the 90 PV, does it have to be a Home Direct product?
Yes.
As an Emerald Coach 90 PV?
Yes.
You're right. All right. So then I have a question.
Steve, you know he's always right.
Okay. So, and he had to hear that. Okay. So next question in going with that. Okay. So if an Emerald coach puts their Shakeology on hold and chooses like 2-3 day refresh.
Yes. It can be anything. It could be anything. Just has to be 90 PV on Home Direct. It could be the Shakeology bundles. It can be the Energize and Recharge. It can be anything. It just has to equal 90 PV and on Home Direct.
Has to be 90?
Has to be 90. Yes. In order to qualify for all the leads. I mean, they'll stay active with 50, but in order to qualify for everything, Success Club,
Okay.
it has to be 90.
But if they're not qualifying, like if that month they're not hitting Success Club, but they want to be an active coach, it has to be 50. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Yep. Eve won.
Yeah. I mean, you want to keep them at 90, you know, I mean, yes,
but
can,
there
but
was Christmas, it was tight, people were having, I get it.
Yeah.
They just, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, and you definitely don't want to lose the rank. Well, I mean, they can even stay active with their customer orders. It doesn't even have to be
Even an Emerald coach?
Yeah. They can stay active, yeah, and then to stay at you know, Emerald, they need the 50 PV, but the 90 PV is to qualify for Success Club leads.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Which, I mean, they want to do anyway. It's the beginning of the year, and you got all the leads.
I know. This is a big month to get.
Yeah.
And you know, for anybody that's looking that on demand, I made almost $100 last week on customers on demand. Guys, I don't want to say push it, but promote it. It's a great little income, you know, for you. You earn 50% of it, and they get it's a great product.
Yeah.
So put it out there every once in a while. And if you get leads, I've gotten a ton of leads for on demand, a lot.
Yeah. I've noticed my on demand,
Great. That's nice money for not having it.
Yeah.
So, all right. I'm going to use.
Anyone else have any questions or anything they want to share or go over? No.